coming in. The particular issue at the time was Greece was trying to get into the EU. It had to satisfy certain conditions about the deficits and the debt, and these were very clever ways of making it appear as if they were actually meeting the criteria when, in fact, of course, the problems persisted. What is so upsetting to many people in Greece and all over Europe, I just came back from 2 weeks in Europe, is that the banks, after causing the crisis, after the governments having bailed out the banks, having had to spend a huge amount of money to stop a depression or deep, deep recession caused by the banks, these same banks are now attacking the countries, criticizing them for the deficit that the banks' irresponsibility helped create, and trying to manage a speculative attack against these countries, the result of which is they are demanding that salaries be cut, wages be cut, meanwhile saying we need to keep our big bonuses, don't attack our bonuses, that's necessary for the working of a market economy.
And Joseph Stiglitz, finally, the issue of the derivatives market, this ticking time bomb, unregulated, no transparency. Most people don't even know, even on Wall Street, which particular deals have been made and what they entail. Your assessment of how the Obama administration is moving on the front of bringing some regulation into the derivatives market?
Well, the derivatives market, let me just emphasize, was very critical in the deceptive accounting in Greece, important in the deceptive accounting that led to the freezing of the credit markets because no one knew what their financial position was. And you can see what happened in AIG, where one moment it said it had a $10 billion problem. The next moment the taxpayer had to put in $89 billion, wound up $180 billion, money that some of which went to Goldman Sachs, which you mentioned before. We'll never get that money back. So those are the dangers that these derivatives can expose. We should have known that because back in '98, one hedge fund, LTCM, almost brought down the entire global economy. And so we should have known the riskiness of that. The Obama administration has not proposed doing anything adequate about these. Some of the new things that the Obama administration proposed in January deal with other problems that until then had not been adequately dealt with, the problem of too big to fail banks, but the problem of these underregulated derivatives remains, and therefore the risks remain. Let me just emphasize, part of this is this lack of transparency. One of the things is the Obama administration is trying to encourage more of the trading to go to standardized products traded on exchanges, but it isn't really going to force it. And the depository institutions, the too big to fail institutions that we underwrite, we the taxpayers bail them out, are continuing to write most of these derivatives. So in the end, these are insurance policies without the kinds of regulation that insurance normally requires, without the kind of careful analysis that insurance normally requires. But at the end, the U.S. taxpayer bears the big losses when these gambles don't work out. And so while they're, in a sense, sold as insurance, not regulated as insurance, they're really gambling products, but they're gambling where the potential losses are going to be borne by the U.S. taxpayers. And we just haven't done anything significant about this.
Joe Stiglitz, we're going to leave it there. We want to thank you very much for being with us. The new book he has written is Freefall: America, Free Markets, and the Sinking of the World Economy. He's a professor at Columbia University.